Hey y'all. I'm here for the WrestleMania Superstore, but it's fitting that I'm here today as well because this is where E3 usually takes place. I'm at the LA Convention Center area, and the fact that E3 has been like officially canceled this year, I feel like this is a good time place just to talk about it for a minute. So E3, it means a lot to me. I watched it growing up as a kid. I dreamed of maybe one day I could come to LA from Maryland to work E3 and stuff like that, and it kind of happened. I was able to work with Square Enix for a couple E3s and be able to work E3 and actually be at E3 are moments that I'm thankful for, especially now. Eventually, I had goals of like working there as press or media or something like that. Unfortunately, those dreams had kind of come and gone, it seemed like, and kind of died, but that's okay. But it made me think of, I don't know if necessarily E3 will come back. I don't know if it needs to come back, but having Summer Games Fest is great. That's a great, awesome thing to have. I just don't know if that's enough. I feel like with E3 gone, there's still this missing thing of like live events. I know companies now can create their own content and their own videos and stuff like that and understand why they do it and all these showcases, but I really think it means a lot to have a like physical event also. And I get there's like events for like media and press to advertise specific games, but like stuff for like the public too. I mean, I remember the PlayStation convention, PSX. I attended the last one, not knowing that was going to be the last one. And I really wish that came back. Like, PlayStation has all these showcases and stuff, and it's awesome. But, like, to have that PlayStation experience, there's a certain magic and feeling in the air as a gamer you get. I get, like, inspired at these events. I get motivated at these events. That's why I've been streaming, like, on Twitch for 6 years. I just keep going. It's like being at these events and around the setting. That's something you get no matter what you kind of digital network event you do. You know what I mean? Is that making sense to anybody? So I feel like what needs to happen here is that, like, it'd be nice if, Xbox did their FanFest thing, if PlayStation or Nintendo would do their own things here in LA, but even also, like, all these indie developers, excuse me, having, like an E3 might be too big or something like that, but why not, like, have all these, like, local LA events, like, once in a while? Where there's like, and there's so many indies and games out there, and as somebody who just recently was at GDC, being able to play the demos of these games and talk with the people who make these games, I mean, that makes a world of difference, again, than like just seeing it at a showcase. And I feel like because there's more games than ever before, we almost need that physical event sort of atmosphere more than ever before, oddly enough. And so, and again, like E3, so they can all do like local LA events. A lot of these big companies are here in LA and they could do it. And I know, like, you say, oh, well, logistics, like, flying people out to cover events and stuff like that. But again, people get flown out all the time, all these influencers and stuff like that, for one, like, game night sort of thing. So if they're willing to do that, you should be able to, like, send a person out to do coverage for an event for, like, a day or so. And so I feel that, I don't know what needs to happen, but I feel like something needs to get going to where we need to start like making our own like local LA gaming events, and then somehow get people such as PlayStation and stuff like that to redo their own conventions again. Because the PlayStation convention was awesome. It was fun. You got little cards and things you collect. PlayStation, what are you doing not doing that? What do I need to do? Do I need to help everybody out here? Do I need to like jump myself in? I don't know what I need to do. But I want to make sure this kind of happens. I want to make sure we still have these physical events that occur, because again, even GDC, even like at like parties where they had like after event parties at bars and stuff, there would be people set up with their own little game demos and their own laptops in the corner of like a lobby bar. It was so weird and strange, but only events like that could happen. And I don't want these events to completely go away, because I feel like there's just as important now as they were before. Yes, digital showcases are nice. Let's still have those. But then follow that up with like an event or something in LA. Take advantage of the opportunity of what we have, and all the people a lot of people being local to Cali or the LA area. I mean, we need more of that, I think. And it gives the people a chance to like cover it more, and not just have these like influencer events. They're nice, and I get it for numbers and things, but like let like the gamers have some fun in there, just like the average person go and just have that joint experience, because it's great having Summer Games Fest and it's cool having the Game Awards, but to me that's still not enough. There's so many games that deserve to have exposure. There's so many franchises that deserve to be celebrated and stuff like that amongst the people. And I feel like we need to have these sort of events occur and happen. So I don't know if anybody else out there agrees with me or not, but anybody who works for any of these companies or anybody who works and sets up events that's in LA, let's make something happen. I just want to sit around anymore just kind of hoping these things would happen. Let's do it. Let's talk about it. Let's meet with press people. Let's just get something happening. And big companies like PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, y'all just run an event or something for a day. I know y'all have done smaller events before. I've seen it in person. I've seen y'all be at other conventions before, even if it's a little booth. So I know you guys can do this. So as a plane's flying over my head, I do want to just reflect. Thank you for having E3. To everybody that's ever worked at E3, thank you for being there. Thank you to people that allow me to work with them and Square and everybody. I hope E3 happens again one day, because it was a magical place. But if not, let's find a replacement. Let's find other stuff. It doesn't have to be here at the LA Convention Center, although I like the commute on the metro. But just find different places and do different things, man. Let's do it and let's make it happen. And I'm going to miss you, E3. I'm going to miss moments like this. I'm going to miss watching it on G4 back in the day. I will miss that. But we can still keep that spirit alive. We can still keep that spirit going in a different way. And let's make it happen.